हेलो एवरीवन एंड वेलकम बैक टू APWC। तो इस हफ्ते मैंने देखा मैड स्क्वायर, वीरा धीरा सूरा पार्ट 2 और ज्वेल थीफ। सो विदाउट वेस्टिंग एनी टाइम लेट्स बिगिन। रेडी। Mad Square. I remember watching Mad a few months back, and the entire college setup with the humorous one-liners made me laugh and reminisce my college days. Mad Square returns with something similar in a different setup. But does it live up to its prequel? Well, it does, but in fragments.
హలో, ఎవరు మాట్లాడుతున్నారు?
Bye.
ఓకే బాయ్.
The storyline becomes boring and you don't connect much with the characters. Still, I enjoyed it. Mad Square felt like a breath of fresh air that I personally needed. Also, clean comedy is pretty difficult in today's day and age, and somehow this film manages to stay in line. Keeping all that aside, I had liked how women in the first part were shown with decency, since it was a college setup. But somewhere in the sequel, that ideology was thrown out of the window, and we continue to see what Telugu cinema has been doing for a long time, which honestly I'm not a big fan of. All in all, it's a great sequel, and if you have watched the first part, then you should definitely watch Mad Square.
Okay.
Next, I watched Veera Dheera Sooran Part 2. If you don't watch this film in one flow, then maybe you will get bored in between, and that's exactly where I fucked up. Or maybe it was the duration that felt exhaustive. I'm not exactly sure, but some sequences in this film felt a tad bit incoherent. Maybe because it is part 2 and part 1 has not yet released.
What?
Unbelievable.
This kind of filmmaking feels strange and quite unconventional, so kudos to SU Arun Kumar for making this film. Chian Vikram has killed it, no doubt, especially the gun wielding sequence. Brilliant. The question this film asks till the end is who can you trust? But in between, the lines of what is real and not gets blurred. Some of the sequences don't feel realistic, and I had a few problems with the narrative, but we gotta move past that. Next, I watched Jewel Thief. Heist films as a genre has been a fad, and there are so many great films. Jewel Thief is just a messy amalgamation of all those films. As soon as the film starts, you start guessing what will happen next. And if you have watched a couple of heist-based films, then your prediction becomes spot on, because that's how predictable it is. The problem is not with the execution or the acting, it's the storyline, which beyond a point feels unoriginal. Also, the editing is so bad that you don't have any emotional connect with the characters. In my opinion, at least that could have saved the film. Well, it's not that bad, and if it was released in the early 2000s, then maybe it would have been a blockbuster. But in 2025, it feels outdated, lackluster, and predictable. However, the question still remains, does it deserve all the hate that the so-called reviewers are giving it? The answer is yes. The funny part is, how did the makers of War, Pathan and Fighter ended up creating Jewel Thief? Anyways, it was good to see Jaideep Bhai groove, as he never gets a chance to do that. That's it for this video guys. Comment down what you guys watched this week. और हाँ, अगर वीडियो अच्छा लगे तो सब्सक्राइब कर देना दोस्तों। मिलते हैं अगली बार। Till then, bye.